All right, welcome to another episode of Modern Life. I am Sam. I'm joined today by Stacy.
Hello.
And Tabby.
Hello.
And today's one of those, I think a bunch of stuff on my mind I want to talk about.
Modern thought.
Modern thought.
Jibber, jabber, jab.
If you're new to the podcast, modern life, we like to talk about pretty much everything from movies to video games to whatever. And today is
Whatever.
Exactly. It's whatever. Tabby, you want to start? As
Yes.
always, just something to correct.
So I watched Mary Poppins again.
Maddie,
It was fabulous.
We've both watched it twice, right?
I take back any slight negative thing I ever said about it. It is a perfect movie. I just love it so much. But I had said that the kids are different in ages, and actually rewatching it, I noticed that the two eldest are twins.
They are?
They are, yeah. Because there's only one line in the beginning when the lady with the dog is like, "Oh, hello, Georgie, hello, twins," she says to the other two kids. Which I still don't believe that they're like conceal, don't feel about their mom's death.
You said you would take back all negative things.
Invest in an internet
That's
startup.
not what I'm hearing.
Save the housing market.
Tabby, stick with the original thought.
Could we do
But
like
that's
a Mary Poppins crossed with the movie It? Because they both
No.
have Georgie.
No.
Come here, Georgie. Take your boat.
Super creepy.
So like then the clown takes Georgie and then Mary Poppins comes to like kick his ass.
Oh, nice.
Mary Poppins returns. No, you're not seeing this?
I love it.
No.
Okay.
I love it.
No, I'm not.
Anyways, yeah, I was wrong. They're twins. They're the same age.
How old are they? Like 10, 11? Do we know? It doesn't say, does it?
Yeah. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Well, we've been watching a bunch of movies, Stacey and I. We got that like subscription to a movie theater around here. We've just been going about once a week. So what do we see? We saw Bumblebee, right?
Yeah, we saw Bumblebee.
Did we like Bumblebee?
I did like
I
Bumblebee.
think we liked Bumblebee.
I'm a big fan of the actress in it. I'm a huge
What's
fan.
her? Steinfeld? Haley
Steinfeld.
Steinfeld?
I think she's an up and comer. Not gonna lie.
Well, she's up and coming. I think she's already there.
Well, she is, but I mean, she's young still. So let's see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Did I tell you? I told you about the guy in the movie theater, right?
Yeah, we mentioned that in
Oh
the
my
last
God.
episode.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
did.
Oh, did
we already
we?
talked about
Yeah.
that. You can't talk about it again. Sorry.
If you want to know that story, listen to the
Oh,
last
nice.
episode.
Nice. Cool. No doubt.
No doubt.
Cool.
Yeah, America loves to bring babies to the movie theaters, and they like to be very surprised at the most obvious things. Though, you know what? We saw A Star is Born tonight, about an hour ago,
Yeah.
and I think the best crowd in a movie theater we've had in a long time.
Yeah.
Everyone was quiet. Everyone was like laughing at the same jokes. Everyone's on the same page. Well, it's the worst when you're like, there's a funny scene and you're laughing and no one else in the movie theater is laughing. And it's like, there's that disconnect. But when you have an audience that's all on the same page, it's fantastic.
Except that you had like Aquaman in the background, and so like the
Oh my
studio
God.
was like shaking.
So they put a Star is
yeah.
Born back into the theater for like a couple weekends because it's been nominated for so much stuff. But we were in the tiniest, there's like 13 screening rooms. We were in the tiniest theater just because not that many people are going to go see it. It already came out months ago. But the theater next to us was playing Aquaman, and so it'd be these really intimate scenes between Lady Gaga and greasy hair Brad over there. And then in the background you just hear all the bass from the movie theater next door.
And you're like trying to figure out if it's part of the movie or if something's going on, if there's like an earthquake. And then I'm like, no, something else. Then he explains
Jason
afterwards.
Momoa.
Like he just
Being so extra.
being so
That was
extra.
a SNL reference.
It'd be like, Bradley Cooper coming off a binger and Lady Gaga be like, "It's not your fault. alcoholism's a disease.
And then it's like
in the background.
it was amazing.
So does he wash his hair by the end?
He does.
He
He has a
does.
shower right before he kills himself.
Right
Spoiler
before he hangs
alert.
himself, he takes a shower and his hair looks clean.
Yeah.
It's like he washes off the addiction before he kills himself.
Does he? Is that what he does?
No, I was just metaphoring it. Yeah.
You should watch it. It's a really good movie, though.
It's really
Yeah, but I feel like I have to watch the previous 3. And
Tubby, you don't always
What?
have to do
No.
history on
No, you
every
don't.
movie. Just go and enjoy the first
My
one.
God.
This one.
Why
have
don't
to
why
read
don't
the
you why don't
book
you start
and
with the
listen
new
to all the
one
songs.
and work your way backwards? How about that?
Well, I listened to another podcast that one of the episodes was about this movie.
I
And
told
they
you she
had-
already knows everything about it.
And they
even though
had
she hasn't seen it.
mentioned all the connections and references to the previous movie, so I think it'd be
Right.
cool to, be familiar with them and like recognize them when you're watching it. But
You know what's even cooler is watching it on the big screen with a nice sound system
That's
before it's
pretty
out of the
cool,
movie
too.
theater.
That's really cool, actually, especially since it's like really like a vocal.
right.
Yeah, like I don't know.
Yeah, the music the actually
Ah,
the
actually,
opening
my
the opening
favorite
song was our
song.
favorite song
Yeah, and it's
But I've
not the
never
one
heard
with
it on
Lady
the
Gaga.
radio.
No,
because they've played a few on the satellite radio. There's like about 2 or 3 songs they play, and this one I hadn't heard, and it's like the most
It's
rock
just
and roll
Bradley Cooper,
out of all the songs.
and it's amazing. Yeah,
it was a really
it's
good
the first
song.
opening song. Big fan,
We'll talk about Lady Gaga being all over Bradley Cooper. I told you.
dude. Like, okay, so I didn't believe you, and you like brought up how like Lady Gaga is always.
They're
all
obviously
over
going to
Bradley
all these
Cooper.
award ceremonies together, and she's just all over Bradley Cooper all
And
the
I'm
time.
And I'm like, no, like Bradley Cooper's married to this super hot chick.
Yeah, and I was like, does she need to
Gorgeous.
be worried?
Yeah, and I'm like, no, it should be the other way around. But then I like looked up pictures because I was looking up Bradley Cooper's wife, and there's like all these pictures of Lady Gaga like sprawled on him, like hugging him, like laying on him. Like I get there's
What'd
like
you say? You're like, no respect.
like no respect.
But is she like that with everyone?
I don't
know.
care.
Yeah, she's Italian, right?
That's not okay. I'm sorry. If you're like married, if you have like somebody who's married to somebody else, like you act respectful. No? Am I wrong?
I'm imagining
I don't know.
like the dad from Love Actually just now, except it's Lady Gaga. He like
Nah,
just comes up and
I'm
smooches
sorry.
him on the
It
mouth.
bothers me. It's like disrespectful.
No, but fantastic movie. I'm glad we went and saw it.
Yeah.
And Sam Elliott was fantastic in it.
Just want to state,
Mustache Man.
love Sam Elliott. Maybe one of my all-time crushes. Such a gorgeous man.
Would you?
No, I wouldn't leave you for him. I told you, there's only one.
Wait, what?
That wasn't even going to be my question. Between Bradley Cooper and Sam Elliott, who would you take?
Oh, Sam Elliott.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
I know he's really old. I don't care.
Tabby has a face of shock
I
on
just-
her.
I can't picture whom you're talking about.
You don't know
Oh,
Sam
Sam
Elliott?
Elliott?
I think I do, but
Did you see Tombstone?
no. There's a
Okay.
phone right in front of me. I could Google
You ever
this
see
right
Yeah,
the
you
big,
now.
should
you
do
saw the
that.
Big Lebowski, right?
Yeah, who's he?
Remember, he's the narrator first of all, but
Ah,
he's the guy who orders sarsaparilla in the bowling
nothing.
alley.
Got
No,
nothing.
oh man,
He's
wow.
like a character actor. He's in like a ton of movies, but he's never like the lead. He's usually like a
But
side.
he makes everything better.
Yeah, he always is.
Always.
He's like one of the most known. Here, I'll show you a picture of him.
But we also saw Bohemian Rhapsody a couple weeks ago, which was also fantastic.
yeah. So Alan. Oh, okay. Yes, I know who Sam Elliott is. Stacy just showed me a picture.
Sam Elliott is he's just an urban cowboy. you
So
know?
I don't know why the mustache like completely disguised Alan Leach's face to me. I did not recognize him in this movie.
Who's Alan Leach? I
He's
don't
the
even know
he's
that.
the evil gay guy, the evil
Oh,
manager.
yeah.
Kind of weird role, but yeah,
Yeah.
he was my main squeeze from Downton Abbey. So
Downton Abbey, which I never saw.
Can you imagine?
God. I think I watched half an episode with you once or something,
Oh yeah,
like in New York.
it was the best
You guys
time in
were
your
wa-
life.
You guys were watching an episode. I'm like, Jesus, how does anyone watch this?
You don't like period pieces.
No, I do
in
not.
any way, shape, or form.
Unless it's about World War II and people are dying.
Yep. Yep. Actually,
I
the
like war
documentary-
movies.
Yeah, you do. You really do.
Which they're putting that Peter.
Documentary.
I talked about this a few podcasts ago about that World War I documentary of Peter Jackson. They're finally putting it on the big screen
Yeah, I
here.
saw ads for it.
Yeah, I'm like kind of because I watched it on my laptop completely legally. I'm like, I think it'd be nice to see on the big screen. I don't know.
You know,
Maybe
I
take
just
the
I wonder if
kids
there's
to
like
it.
scenes you didn't see.
No, I think it's the whole movie because it aired on the BBC originally a couple months ago.
Okay.
That's how I was able to see it.
Got it.
But
I just read this article with Keira Knightley, who's considered like the queen of period drama. She made this really interesting point that because the genre is consumed a lot by women, it's during the filming she doesn't have to deal with like male gaze or weird angles or it's because it's for women. It's it's kind of free of that like influence, like to make it appeal to male audiences, which I thought was really interesting.
Well, maybe they should make it appeal to male audiences
Wait,
a little
I don't
more.
understand
What the male gaze is?
Yeah.
Like it's, for example, in all the superhero movies, if there's somebody running around for a woman, it'll like the camera will always focus on the chest and then from the face up,
Okay. Yeah.
just weird, like all the Transformers movies except for the Bumblebee one, which is why I won't watch them. It's just
really
like
good.
shots of people's like butts and and,
Yeah. No, I get it.
Which one was it? One of the Mark Wahlberg Transformer movies was, I remember being so weird because
It was like a minor, right?
his daughter is
Yeah.
like 16 and it kept doing like these weird sexy shots of her. I'm like, ugh,
Yeah.
it's really strange.
They really overdo that a lot in Hollywood. But I get it. It's like to sell it, but
Hey, Stacey, want to talk on your mic?
no.
Stacey's leaning back further every minute. And she's soon ending up all the way over here.
So while you guys were at the movie theater, I finished watching Sebastian Maniscalco's
I thought you were working.
Sebastian Maniscalco's Netflix special, which I walked in yesterday.
You walked in on us yesterday.
Oh, brilliant.
Oh, this is so good.
It's called Stay Hungry.
Yes.
A weird name for the special. I don't know what it's referencing in the special. I don't know.
And
So
he's
hungry for more
so...
of his comedy.
I feel like we followed him for a while now.
Yeah.
And his previous one that I had bought on Amazon was all just physical comedy. So I actually never finished watching it because I didn't think the jokes were that great because it was just him
Is that
doing
the one that I watched that you like I didn't even
No.
watch like 5 minutes of it and I was like, I'm not into this.
No, I
Yeah,
don't know
the
which
last one was a little hit and miss, and then I feel like he really found his stride in this new one, and he's
Yeah, and all the
gotten
older
as
stuff like
popular as
Companies Coming, and all these like classics, Whole Foods,
But he's everywhere now. He just all of a sudden blew up. He's like in movies. He's in
Comedians in Cars.
He was on Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee. He's like on every single morning show promoting the special. He's like on every single late night show. He's arrived now. So good for him because he's been doing it for like 15 years or I think maybe more. And he was always kind of underground. And yeah, he's made it.
Yeah, I mean his movements are always spot on. There's a bit in this one where I lost it, where he talks about what it's like to dress an infant. Like they don't have a core, and he does all these wobbly movements back and forth.
I love the whole scene with the with the gas station.
The gas station scene was like, yeah, I do all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very relatable. I think a lot of times with comedians, you end up them talking a lot about airports and places they go, and it's like, okay, at least this is funny, but it's not
right.
normal.
Yeah.
So,
It's not relatable.
yeah.
No, and he's the king of physical comedy right now. Well, he reminds me of like a Kramer from Seinfeld. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
To where it's just like, it's just always so funny and it's so like all over the place.
Yeah.
I love that. I don't know. I don't. So
I
much.
feel like
It's
a
just
lot
so
of
much
people
verbal
don't
comedy.
like. Yeah, like a lot
always
of people
love the
don't bring their
physical
body
stuff.
into it.
Right. I think we're
I
still.
feel like Jim Carrey was really good at that too. It still is.
Right. Or like a Robin Williams.
Yeah. Just like more like
I think you either just
animated.
have it or you don't, though. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just he does this thing where he like he pops the mic and then he'll do like an abrupt
jerk,
motion.
yeah.
It's fantastic. I don't know. I think it's just in you. I don't know that you can like really learn that.
What's on your list? What you looking at?
I'm looking at all of it. I'm thinking if I've seen any other movies. I feel like we watched something else, but I'm forgetting.
So I watched the Netflix documentary about Kevin Aquan.
Who's that?
That's the cleaning lady. No?
No.
That's what you keep talking about, so I'm just assuming that's who it's about.
Kevin? I guess it could be a girl's
Marie
name.
Kondo.
Same
Kevin Aquan was a makeup artist, insanely famous makeup artist in the 80s and 90s. He died in 2002, I believe. And he was active during that era where you had these clear lines between entertainment and fashion, the like supermodel era, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, all these people that used to be on Vogue, now we have actors on the cover of Vogue.
Yeah.
And I think what I really appreciated about this documentary is, even if you're not into fashion or makeup, they lay out his life's journey in a way that makes it interesting to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And he was adopted growing up, and he always struggled all his life with being loved and accepted, and all the partners they interviewed, every single one of these people was like, it was a constant, like, you had to be the support system, you had to tell him how much you loved him. And then he struggled to find his birth mother, whom they interviewed on the documentary. And he was so ecstatic when he found her. And he grew up in Louisiana being bullied for being gay, but people tried to kill him, bullied, you know, because it's the South.
Sure.
And his birth mom was 15 years old at the time. She had to go to like an unwed mother's home, give birth there. She then tried to get him back through the state, and they refused because it's like a different world down there, you know. And this was like
South
last
hater.
century, but
So
I
he
don't know,
found
it
his
was a little
mom.
terrifying. Yeah, but then what he said, I guess, is she rejected him twice because she found out when he told her that he was gay. She's like, "Oh, I wouldn't have raised you to be gay if I raised you myself."
Oh snap!
And there was this really beautiful moment where they interview his real father, the one who raised him, his adoptive father. He goes, "I didn't really know what to feel when he told me, but then when in the Catholic Church they were preaching that it was a sin, he broke with his faith like immediately, and he said, 'I never changed my religion changed.'" Which I thought was really powerful.
That's
and
nice.
just that he had all that love and support from home, yet was always kind of reaching for it and looking for it in like the celebrities he was with, and kind of just goes through, all the way to when he died and kind of what happened there. So
That reminds me, there was an article a couple days ago about, I forget his name, this giant Mormon guy, priest, something, who was big and specialized in treating gay people, and he came out as gay like 2 days ago.
I remember when you told me that story. Shocking.
I was like, oh snap! You just never know.
But like he came out as accepting himself, or
I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know. Actually, that's a great question. I didn't read that far into it. I just kind of saw the headline. I hope so. Was he gonna like try to treat himself?
Yeah, that's exactly what he's gonna
Well,
do.
I think
Right.
I think it's probably what he was
himself.
trying to do, and then he's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, screw it! I'm just coming out. This is obviously not working." I don't know. I have to follow up on that.
I just can't imagine living in a state like that where you, I don't know, that'd be tough. I really like California.
Well, it depends on where in California you are too.
Well,
It's a big state.
It doesn't matter where you. I mean, like, my ex was like born in Ohio, and like he grew up like with the idea that like being gay was like complete sin. Like he just recently came out as being gay to his mom, like literally like in like 3 months ago. He's
Yeah, I
like
just
in his
can't-
late 30s.
I can't
like,
imagine living a whole life
he
like
lived
that.
like out here for years, and still even being out here was like uncomfortable with it. Like I mean,
Yeah.
he still to this day claims he's like more bisexual, but he's definitely more like into males than he is into females. But it's like an uncomfortability with yourself when you start when you're raised to think it's not okay, it's not normal, it's not.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh at that. Stacy keeps banging on the table.
I have a very bad habit of being really bad with the microphone and really bad with like moving my hands and my feet and everything. I'm a little bit of a jitterbug.
Great.
I'm tap dancing.
I'm not doing that today. I'm really working on it.
What else you got?
Oh,
Stacey,
man.
what you got?
Well, so for Christmas, we didn't really give each other gifts. We just got a couple of household gifts.
Yeah.
We got an Instant Pot.
Oh, man.
Which is
We're
amazing.
We're part of the church now.
Amazing.
The church of 30-minute meals. All hail the Instant Pot.
Dude, it is so amazing. And it is like the talk of all. Okay, I don't know if I've ever I'm super into health, and like all the doctors are talking about it too. Like it's literally been on like 5 of my podcasts. It's kind of crazy.
Wait, you what?
Yeah, the Instapot is on my
on the podcast you listen to?
Which is all health related because I'm weird. But regardless, yeah.
It's easy. You just throw a brick of frozen chicken in there and it's done in like 20
Yeah, but
minutes.
it's the fact that it also like keeps the nutritional value. It doesn't like add carcinogens. Like it's
Oh my
pretty
God.
awesome. I know. It's the little things that get me excited.
As she's sipping on her Manhattan.
And I'm going to continue to sip on my Manhattan, so shove it.
We had remember the blanket disaster that happened here at the house? Remember I washed the
Yeah.
blankets?
Yeah.
I just wanted to revisit that. Do you want to tell the people what happened?
Well, Sam thought it was a really good idea to wash
It's like these fuzzy
two
blankets.
fuzzy blankets together in the same washing machine. And they kind of intertwined.
Well, it's like that shedding material that comes off.
Yeah, that shitty material that when you always watch something like when you first get it by itself so that it like gets all the extra
I was like,
stuff.
you know what? The kids got these blankets. Like, they're probably made in some shitty factory in China. Like, we should wash them because the kids are rubbing, they're sleeping with these blankets. And then I washed them and like...
They became
Oh, yeah.
one.
Oh, it's right. We had to like hand pick...
Yeah.
all
Until
these
I
little-
remembered that we had the
Oh, that's right. We used that dog de-shedder. Oh my God. 2 whole blankets on both sides I laid out, and I used this little dog de-shedder to fix the blankets because this little sheddy stuff, it like made all these little knots. Like, I don't know how to explain it. When you,
balls
like, yeah, these little balls.
of fur.
It wasn't a soft blanket anymore. It was all just covered in these little hard balls. I took about 3 hours. And
Tabby's really quiet and she's trying to figure out
hand-
what we're
Where's
saying.
this going?
I
Where's
hand
this going?
de-shedded these blankets.
What?
I think that he's just talking about the fact that it was an experience.
It was an
Are
experience.
you telling the people not to wash 2 blankets?
I'm telling you,
in the
be
same
careful.
load?
And, I got lucky because I didn't wash with any other clothes because those clothes would have been ruined if I did.
It
Just
took him
saying.
2 hours.
Yeah, don't
to
do
de-shed
laundry.
those.
I think that's my message. Just don't do laundry. Can you tell? I wanted to revisit this. Stacy told me that she had a child harness when she was a kid.
I can't believe you just like. Okay, yes, I was
Did
one
you
of
know
those
this was a
kids.
thing, Tubby?
I was one of those kids that got basically I got a leash because I used to. I mean, my nickname's Spacey. I have a tendency to like walk and like pay attention to the rest of the world and not pay attention to where I'm going. And I was worse when I was a child, and my parents would constantly lose me all the time.
Like in amusement parks?
Amusement parks, stores.
You
I also
like
like to
stumbled
hide.
upon a picture of a child harness the other day. And you're like, oh yeah, I used to have one of those. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I didn't even know it was a thing.
No, child harnesses are a thing, but they're much more friendly looking now.
With, like,
Mine
teddy
actually
bears on
looked like a,
Like a dog
dog harness. It went around my chest. They could
I feel
like
this
pull me
was
back.
I don't know that this was a thing growing up in Germany. This
yeah.
seems like an idea someone would go on Shark Tank with.
Now, with
It's
that
a
being
harness,
said, the one that I found today, was like a teddy bear, and it was like a backpack, and it's way
It
more
looks
friendly.
like a backpack, but it
Yeah.
secretly has a leash attached to it.
Which is way
So that other
cooler than
parents
what they
won't
used to
judge
do to
you
me.
at Universal.
Yeah. Walking around Disneyland with a dog leash on
amazing.
myself because I had a tendency to like stop and stare at things. Yeah. So
And stuff. Just want everyone to know that.
I never put a leash on my children because of that, just for the record.
But you thought about it.
Yeah, Colin was really bad. Coda's always paying attention, but Colin was always like all over the place and hiding.
I want to switch to this wedding that we're going to in the summer. We have to travel to Montana, and I went to ask Tabby.
I'm not coming.
No, I know you're not invited. If you have to, do you still have to give a gift to someone if you have to travel to their wedding?
And you're spending like $2,000 to be at.
I know what my answer is. I want to know Tabby's perspective on this. I'm curious.
Granted, we spent $2,000 already on this wedding,
Well,
and
what do
that's
they
not
need?
including what I'm gonna spend on the 3-day bachelorette party.
That's not the point. I mean, you always get a gift, right? Either through registry or you give them cash or whatever.
Okay, so I think I need to explain to the listeners. I find it very strange to throw yourself a party because you signed a document. I think if you do want to get married, there can be, of course, certain legal reasons. For example, if you want to volunteer somewhere, you can only be placed together if you're married, so on and so forth. I find that a very private affair, and I get that there's a tradition of... But then I don't know why everybody needs to come to this shower and that bachelorette party, and it feels a really like self-serving thing to do, to throw yourself a party. No, it feels really strange for me to just be like, oh, I'm gonna throw myself like.
Well, that's like a tradition. I mean, it's like a traditional thing to like have a big wedding and then have like a big party to like celebrate your
Celebrate
union.
what? That
I don't
you signed
know.
a piece of
I'm not gonna
paper?
lie.
Tabby
like,
realizes
you
it's
know that I'm
tradition.
like
She's just saying it's a silly tradition.
I'm not disagreeing necessarily. Like I like the party aspect of it. I'm not gonna lie. I got married once, spent less than $1,200 on my wedding. No, I did. That was the only thing I spent money on.
How big was it?
Very small at the house.
Right.
With like
That
people
seems
invited
appropriate.
and like a lot of liquor and
That seems
food,
appropriate.
and I kept the price down to as little as possible because to me spending more than $2,000 on one day just to me is unfathomable, like completely just not fathomable in any way, shape,
I
or
still
form.
want to know if you have to spend thousands of dollars of your own money to get to someone else's wedding, are you still required to get them a gift?
Yes.
I know you say yes.
But what would they even ask for? These two people have been living together. In a modern life, it's not like these two people have been living at their parents' house and are now have to build a new household
Oh my
from
God.
scratch.
Have you not seen 27 Dresses?
I did. I'm
Okay,
sorry. I
can
did.
we
It was
can we
terrible.
please talk about the scene with the gun?
I don't remember.
They need
I've blocked
this.
it.
You don't remember
I
this
blocked
scene?
that movie out of my mind.
This scene is like the stereotypical scene of like the gun and having to go and like mark the things that you need to get for your wedding. And
Wait,
she has this
what?
big. You don't remember this scene?
Is this an
No.
American thing where you just bring guns to everything?
No, it was like
What are you
like
talking about?
a tracker gun where like they could like hit it like they.
Oh,
You
you're
remember
at
this
Bed Bath
scene?
and you're
Yeah.
like scanning.
And you're like,
A
oh,
scanner
we need
gun.
this one. Oh, we need this one. And she goes through like, this is the dish that they're gonna make it. They're gonna make their casserole at for.
This is all totally besides the point. I mean, I'm sure they need something. We don't even have the wedding registry yet. And even a new thing people are doing is requesting everyone to crowdfund like a honeymoon.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying.
See
I'm-
that I'm
Okay.
cool about.
I'm
I
saying
actually
God,
think that's
God
really
knows what the
cool.
request is going to be.
Cool.
The question, it's a simple question, Tabby, and you keep going away from it.
Well, she doesn't understand the whole idea of marriage in the first place.
Just-
So
Just imagine these people have no appliances and they have a giant wedding registry, but you spent $1,000 to get to the wedding. Like, what would you do?
get her a gift.
Does Tabby get them a gift?
Yes, Tabby's gonna get them a gift.
It's like a bag of like tea lights from Target.
I went real fancy. I went to World Market.
This one smells like the ocean.
They all do. They all
You
smell
guys,
the same.
I think that you're like grasping this. The song.
I want to know Tabby's answer.
She already told you. She doesn't really
She would
believe
get
in
a
the whole
tiny gift?
idea.
Then what's the answer?
She wouldn't do anything. She wouldn't even go
She
to the.
didn't say that.
She wouldn't even go to the wedding. She'd be so irritated that they're like making
She
her
would
spend
not
another.
RSVP.
No.
I think later after this podcast, you'll find out that the answer was inside yourself. The whole.
Well, my real answer is no. I don't want to get them a gift, but
You don't even know these people.
my other answer,
yes,
I do.
yes.
Oh, you've met them?
Yeah, I've met her sister.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
several times.
But my answer as a decent human being is, of course, I'll chip in for something. But underneath that facade is deep rage of I have to go through all this.
You think your rage is deep? I have to spend 3 days with 10
You know this is going on the internet, right?
Yeah.
10 women. Okay, first of all, I've never made it even remotely like
Let me make,
okay for
I'm
me
very
to ever
excited
be
to go to
okay around.
Montana.
I love my sister. I'm excited to be a part of her wedding.
The wedding will be fun. It
I'm
better be
excited
an
to
open
be-
bar.
It be-
Um,
With that being said, I get anxiety spending a lot of
that much
time with a lot of females in one room, and I'm going to be sharing a house with them for 3 days. And I'm not the only one of my sisters that is panicking about this. Regardless, we still will be there. We still will chip in. We still will have a good time. We will still drink tequila. We will still do everything we're supposed to do. But it does give us anxiety. Because,
you're supposed to drink tequila?
yeah, have you met my sisters?
Is that what they drink?
That's what Teresa drinks.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Teresa's tequila and whiskey girl.
Stop slapping the table.
I wasn't. I was wiping.
Bad Stacy. I will shame you on the internet every time you do it.
Do you have any other life issues that you need my advice with? Any pressing?
Well, you didn't really give me a great answer. You just kind of stared
I'm
at
like
me.
a guide.
I give him tea lights. God. I wanted you. You're the queen of like hot takes. I wanted like an answer out of you.
He wants the like.
I want the Tabby.
What is the
Yeah.
expectation? What's the rule?
I just wanted to get Tabby's take on it. I wasn't asking for her to give me guidance. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. This room is woke right now.
Okay, so I want to share something else that I've been watching. I
Please.
love video series on YouTube that adapt classic novels and modernize them and make like a vlog thing out of it.
Wait, what? English?
Okay,
They
so you
adapt?
take a book.
Yes.
You take a book, like
Oh, they like film their own vlog.
yes,
Got it.
and they modernize it, and it's awesome because
It's like a TV show, but it's a vlog.
yeah, and
Got
you can
it.
like change people's sexualities, and there's usually more people of color, and it's like modern adaptations of novels you love.
It's
and
your
I
heaven.
Just found Green Gables Fables. It's about 4 years old, and they do like a modern Anne of Green Gables.
She's
The actors
a gay
are
black
excellent.
zombie.
And actually, I think Stacy and I, we both, Anne's best friend Diana is kind of a little bit blobby to us, bit of a non-entity, and this Diana in this series is actually really, really fun and awesome and supportive and a great friend. So I love how they're like switching things around and all the actors they get, and these people kind of do this on their own money, writing all these scripts, and yeah, it seems like a lot of fun, and it's just nice watching it on your free time on YouTube.
How like how many vlogs will they do about one book?
It really depends. Some only have 20 and some have like 100. It can be pretty long.
100 vlogs? How long are they?
No, they're only a few minutes long.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
Have you gotten your dress yet from Russia?
I commissioned a Anne of Green
I
Gables
commissioned a
dress.
dress. That sounds cool.
So
Not everyone can say that.
if you see me at WonderCon as Anne Shirley,
That's
Hit me up.
you.
that's me.
So you took all your measurements, right?
Yeah.
We found
hold on,
out.
can
We
you-
found out your head was as wide as your
You
hips.
need to like explain what Anne of Green Gables is, because like not everybody knows.
It's a book, kids. Get with it.
Get woke.
Read a
Yeah,
book. Read
it's
a
a
book.
book.
Read a. It's a Canadian classic.
It's
So I know more about this. You
Turn
found
of the century.
like a Russian seamstress on Etsy, or how did you?
Yeah, there's a bunch of people you can commission on Etsy to make you all sorts of things, wigs, props,
And like, what's the turnaround
costumes.
time? Couple weeks?
Oh no, it's like months.
Oh wow.
They make that thing from scratch.
Oh damn.
And if you have larger builds, it'll be longer too.
Huh. What are you trying to say?
Like if you have like a big armor set that you need them to make, or you know.
yeah. You
I
took
know.
that completely
Yeah.
the wrong way, but good job,
I
babe.
was trying to make
Yeah,
a joke.
uh-huh.
Tabby didn't go with it.
Larger builds. He was thinking a little bit.
Like,
Yeah.
what are you trying to call me? Gosh, never mind. But wait, you can get armor builds?
Yeah, it's made out of foam. It's not like.
Oh, I was gonna say, how are they gonna ship that? Made out of foam.
That's
this
how
is
they
good to
make all
know.
these things. Yeah.
This is good to know. Maybe we'll step it up for Halloween this year.
No, you won't.
I won't.
You
I'll
don't
just-
like
I'll rip some
Halloween.
jeans and throw some blood on it and pretend I'm a zombie cowboy.
If you
or
even
something.
do that, you've done that in the
I'm
past.
so over Halloween. Why is Halloween a thing?
Halloween is fun, honey.
If you want to get drunk and dress up, what's stopping you? Why do you gotta wait for Halloween?
You know what? I don't even care about that. I just care. Why does everything have to be sexy? When did it like always become about?
Oh, here we
being
go.
sexy?
Halloween hot take.
Why can't we just be funny?
Funny.
I like the funny costumes. Gonna go there every time.
That's all you.
Uh-huh.
You're also not looking for a mate at the nightclub.
Even if I was looking for a mate at the nightclub, I still wouldn't want to be wearing sexy kitten.
I guess. Doesn't really draw the right guy out.
That too.
Yes.
Or maybe it's just not who I am, so I'm not gonna be doing that one.
On Brooklyn Nine-Nine, the Halloween episodes are the best.
That was amazing.
Oh, they are.
Detective
We've been
slash
getting back into
genius
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
episodes.
I didn't realize how many episodes there were. Like, I think we're only about a third of the way through. We've been watching.
Yeah,
this
and I'm
show for a
super
while.
nervous about when they like adapt it to like, is it NBC that bought it?
Yeah, I think so.
I feel like they lost. Didn't I hear? I heard they lost some of the like main characters.
I don't know
which ones.
They'll be fine.
We'll figure it out.
That guy Andy Samberg came into the bar one time. He was super nice.
I did not know that.
Were you there?
No,
I thought I told you about this.
you did tell me, but I wasn't there.
Yeah, he just got water, and then tipped me and left.
I like the fact that he tipped you on water.
Yeah, because
Party's hard.
of course, that's like the annoying thing when you're a celebrity. It's like, because like, who knows who this? If you're the celebrity and you're going up, like, God, who knows what this bartender, who they are, right?
Yeah, yeah,
are they
yeah.
gonna like rat on you?
Yeah.
Oh, Andy Samberg got water and he didn't tip me. And it's like,
Goodness.
why deal with that when you can just here's some money? And
Here's $5.
It's like
deal with
it's
it.
like an insurance policy, right?
Agreed.
But it's gonna be so annoying.
Oh, so annoying.
So annoying.
Oh my gosh.
What else is on your list?
I don't know. Are we doing anything else? I want to talk about the ants, but the ants have left. They came and they left.
Yeah.
The
ants, they are drawn to me. I am their leader.
Ant-Man.
I am their king.
He's not their leader. He's not their king.
I had a
He's
term-
more their enemy, and they like to attack him any way and anyhow they can. But this is only going to make sense if you come around and tell your original story. So are you going to tell
I have
this
a
story?
history of ants invading my home wherever I go.
Can you please tell your childhood story? Because I feel like it won't make sense until you do.
I was like 9 or 10 years old. My dad left me alone for the weekend at the house, but there was still,
It's weird to think about, right?
which is weird,
Yeah.
right?
Super weird, by the way.
But he made dinner for me before he left, but did not put away the dinner. And you know what 9-year-old thinks about? Oh, I have to put the food in the fridge before it goes bad. So I was just watching TV, and all of a sudden there's a couple of ants crawling on me. I'm like, huh, that's weird.
Oh man.
And I look over, and then the table leg where the food is still sitting from dinner, the table leg is black and it is moving. It was like an ant colony in like 3 hours had come and found this food and just invaded the house.
I get this.
This
panic
has
phone
traumatized him.
I
Like,
called my
for
sister who was
life.
at my mom's house.
call, 9:30 p.m. You have to come right now.
You're like, oh my God. I'm like, what do I do? My mom came and saved the day.
No, I came by myself.
What? No, mom was
Yeah.
there too.
Nope, she wasn't there. I took the
Are
bike
you
over.
sure?
And I even said like it's really late, and I rode as fast as I could because I was a little scared.
Did you
of, like,
vacuum them up?
strangers. No, you were. I get there, and you weren't inside the house. You were waiting outside the house.
You know, I'm thinking of the day after where we came back with my mom. I blocked this part out.
Yeah, I thought I would just like knock on the doorbell, but he was there like super panicked, and then we just walked back as fast as we could. Like you were ready to go. Like you were not
You're
inside
right.
the
I
house.
think we came back the next day with our mom, and she like vacuumed them all up and stuff. I wonder how much food was left at that point. I think they carried it all away.
Just for the record, this has traumatized him to the point where he sees
Not
one
traumatized.
ant and he like freaks out and
'Cause
goes
I
on
know-
like an ant.
I know what they're
mission.
capable of. I know what they can do. I've seen it.
So they got into my
Ant
Christmas
PTSD.
candy stash, and I noticed this right before I had to be at work in the morning, and I was like, well, I get to work. Gotta go to work. So I just texted you guys and you cleaned it up for me.
I wake up and I grab my phone and there's a text from Tabby at 7 a.m. She's like, I'm so sorry. There's a bunch of ants in my room.
Oh my
It's
God.
like all
He
the
like
candy from Christmas.
throws all the candy out the window.
Like a rookie, she had left like an open bag of cookies on the floor, not in a Ziploc bag.
Plot twist, a week later, I'm cleaning out the whole bar because you guys left agave open. And
Yeah.
I am not the one that left the agave open.
I'll take the blame. Hey, whatever. We cleaned up each other's messes. I don't feel bad about it.
No, it's even.
But yeah, when I see an ant, I like code red. I get on high alert. I get the flashlight out. I check the corners.
well, tell the listeners what the one ant means. What does it mean?
The
It's a
one
scout.
ant, that's all you need. That's the scout ant. And if that ant finds just one little thing, it's going to come back. And it goes back to the colony and goes, woo! Like, everybody come this way. Found a bunch of food. And then they all come and they invade your house. You got to kill those scout ants. I'm constantly spraying the house. I'm always looking out for ants. This is my curse for the rest of my life. But it's like a good thing, right?
Yes.
I keep the ants at bay.
I feel like I've had more ants attack me
Yeah.
since
Yeah.
you've been in my life
Yeah.
than before. So with that being said, I don't know if it's really the ants or if it's you.
I think it's like the law of attraction. Am I
Yeah.
attracting the ants?
You're attracting the ants because you are like so scared of them that like
Should I not kill the scout ants?
no. You need to just continue doing what you're doing.
Wait, but you just said you're getting more ants.
Because
attacks.
I think that it's already too late. It's your fear that attracts them.
There's no hope for me.
They smell
I'm like
done.
the fear.
I'm
Done,
like Bradley
son.
Cooper in A Star Is Born. There's just no hope. It's just a disease, and I'm stuck with it.
Pretty much, yeah.
Interesting. Just want to get one more look at you, little ant.
No, don't do it. I told you. He's trying to do the Bradley Cooper like talk.
He says it twice in the movie. Did you
But
know that?
he's not. He like gets this weird thing when he does it where he opens his mouth a little bit, and it's so
Squinting my eyes a
creepy.
little.
Look, can you please look at your brother when he's trying to do Bradley Cooper? It's like this. It's like so scary. It's not sexy, honey. Don't do it.
Hey, little scout
He's
ant.
doing like the
I'll get
deep.
one last look at you.
No, no, not cute.
That's
Can't do
it. That's all you guys got?
Full circle back to A Star Is Born. I think that's how we end this thing. Any final modern thoughts?
Why do you ask me for a lemon wedge and then have it on the edge of your glass the whole time? Why don't you ask me for water with lemon and then don't use the lemon?
I think they just want the smell, the aroma as
As they're
they
sipping
bring
the-
I
up
have
the
I
glass.
have a modern thought too.
A restaurant modern thought?
No,
Here we go. Oh.
we're gonna talk about the gym.
Oh, God.
That drives me insane too. And it's getting more frequent at my gym, and it's really
there's
really
these new
starting to
bros that
canvas.
joined our gym, and they're there. I think I figured out their time. They're from 9 to noon every day now, it seems. And it's what do they call them? Like hype buddies or hype bros. There's a term for these people.
I don't even know what the term is. I don't care.
Douchebags?
No, but they're just like, they're rotating machines, and now it's their buddy's turn on the bicep curls.
And then
it's
they
like,
go, man. And then when they're doing it, 1.
and one of the guys, he looks like a bigger version of Pitbull, and I think he thinks he's a bigger version of Pitbull. Because at the end of their gym session, they were over at the water machine where we were working out the other day. They're like, "Oh, it's noon. We made it. Yeah, like we look great." Like he was like DJ Khaled married Pitbull.
Oh my god.
Like we made
It's
it,
like
dog.
amazing.
We're grinding every day. Yeah. I'm like, oh god, dude.
But that's not even where I was going with
I
this.
know. Please. Where we going?
I want to know when, like, I get that the gym has become this like hookup place for like females to like whatever. But when did it
It's
become
Halloween
like?
every day.
When did it become this like thing to like barely wear anything to the gym if you're a female?
I
Like,
don't know.
why
You
do
tell
we
me.
need to just wear a sports bra and bike shorts? Like,
I don't know. Why aren't you?
what
wearing it?
happened? Why? What? I don't wear that. I wear like a t-shirt because that's what I'm supposed to wear when I go to the gym. Guys aren't
Oh
like
my God.
topless.
Stop banging the table.
I'm sorry. Get really excited about this. Why guys don't go topless? Like, why are females topless?
Guys almost go topless. They wear those like tiny wife beaters sometimes.
Fine.
That just
Wear the
hug
wife beater.
their
Wear the tank top. I don't care.
man-titties.
I just don't understand why like females have to be wearing the sports bras.
What do you want them to wear?
A t-shirt.
Skirts down, and you can't show ankle, right? Skirts down to the ankle.
Oh, come on. You made the comment yourself. Don't sit there and make me the villain. You like walk into the gym the other day and you're like, how are girls supposed to villainize us for looking when they're sitting there doing a yoga position wearing fucking stretchy pants you can see through?
Like doing downward dog in the middle of the gym
Okay, yeah.
with
So
like
don't
see-through
even
leggings.
make me into the bad guy about this.
Unreal. But then they're like, eyes up here, fellas. It's like, well,
I'm
stop.
gonna do jump rope in the middle of the gym with wearing a sports bra as my boobs are going boop 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 boop. Sorry,
Wait, what are they doing?
boop boop boop. Dude, I'm not jealous.
We
I got
love
just as
going
good a
to the
figure, but
gym.
like I don't understand it. Like when I'm doing a sit up, like I don't care what people see. Like, and I get there's like a hot tendency, like where you get hot, but like why aren't you just wearing a tank top?
So I want to go back to A Star is Born. I just remembered this. You know, I went to the bathroom 3/4 of the movie right before the sad ending. And there's a line in the men's bathroom for the, what are they called? The toilets that are hanging on the wall. What are they called? Urinals. Like completely blanking out. There's like a line 6 guys deep for the urinals. I think one of the big movies must have just gotten out or something. And this little Filipino guy comes, and I don't know. I guess you wouldn't know this about a men's bathroom. There's a line for the urinals, and there's a line for the bathroom stalls if you have to go number 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's 2 lines in the men's bathroom. And this guy goes into the line making it look like he's waiting for the stall. And then it's like my turn to go to the urinal, and he just like gets in there into the urinal. I was just stunned. He like skipped 6 other
my
guys.
God, I would have said something.
But right as that happened, another urinal opened up, and I was so close
I
to
still
just
would've
like
said something.
starting something.
I
But then I'm
started
like,
something.
what am I gonna do? We're gonna fight this guy in the bathroom. Like,
Not gonna lie, something happened to me like
so
that when I
I'm
was.
I'm like 2 feet taller than this guy. I'm gonna just take the high road. I'm gonna relieve myself and then go watch Bradley Cooper
No.
hang himself. And
No.
but it distracted me from the ending of A Star is Born because all I was thinking about was this guy in the bathroom. I'm like, you mother.
God.
Dude, I like went to Pierce College to like get grade forgiveness for like something, and something similar happened. I was wrong because they were like waiting there and they had already spoken to somebody and was told to like cut the line, but I didn't know that. So they're like standing there, and I'm like getting more mad because I can see that they're gonna try and cut me, and I'm thinking in my head like they're gonna cut. Like, what are they doing?
You just sense it.
Oh, but I did say something. I was like, dude, I'm next.
Oh, so close to saying something. And then
I don't have it in me. I'm not gonna be quiet. Like it's always.
Do?
And then when they said like, no, she's supposed to. I'm like, okay, cool.
I don't know.
This is magical. You guys always tell me to stay positive, and it's just one thing after the other.
It's just the principle of, I mean, the guy, like, he just knew what he was doing too. I mean, he had this whole thing planned out. It's just like, why?
Why wouldn't you just go into the urinal?
Stall.
Like the stall.
No, the stalls
potty.
were taken out. There's only
Go potty in the stall. You were waiting
because there was no
stall
line for the stall. He just
I
made
know,
it
that's
look
what I'm
like
saying. Like, just
so
go to the
upsetting.
stall.
It's,
I don't understand this whole thing where like guys have to go to the urinal. I would, if the line was shorter for the stall, I would just wait in the line for the stall.
Well,
if
they
it
do
was
that
6
too,
feet.
but there was just a lot of people. Everything was taken up.
Dude, I would just.
And this guy, he looked at the stall and then he like realized they were both taken. And then
I
he just
would've
turns
totally
around and
said
goes,
something. I don't know how you like didn't say anything.
The only reason I didn't say anything because another one opened up right as he
I
stole
still
mine.
would have said
And I was
something.
like,
It would have pissed me off.
Whatever.
I'm like, dude, just so you know, that's not cool. And I would have pissed, and then I would have been fine.
So you know, mister.
It's a weird podcast.
So you know, mister, it's not okay.
Wait, why is this a weird podcast?
You're a weird podcast. This is why you're not part of our modern thoughts going forward. Tabby wedged herself in there last minute. She's like, I have some stuff to talk about.
I don't have any bathroom stories. I don't know what to say.
You don't have to say anything.
I was told I didn't have to be. I was told literally an hour ago that we were doing this, so
Well, you were not. Who told you this morning?
I did not realize that you were serious.
What are you talking about?
I had no idea you guys were really serious. That's why when you said we're doing a podcast, I'm like, really? I thought you guys were kidding.
I like it. Catch you off guard.
I'm just like, oh, I don't really have anything right
Your
now.
lemon wedge
You're
thing.
killing it.
Your lemon wedge thing reminded me of. I already told you this story. I don't know if I told you, Stacy. I had this lady 2 nights ago at the restaurant, and she orders a salad, easy dressing, and she gets her salad, and all the other people at the table are getting their food. She like got her salad first, and so she starts eating as everyone else is still getting their food. So she's 5 seconds into getting her salad, and then as I'm dropping everyone else's food off, she goes, "Can I get some extra dressing?" I'm like, you ordered a salad, easy dressing, and now you want me to get you extra. Just order the salad regular next time. No?
Some people are
Stacy's
scared.
stunned.
Some people are scared that the dressing is going to be too heavy.
No,
But
order
if that's
easy
the
dressing,
case,
or just
then
order the
just
whole
ask for
dressing
the
on the
dressing on the
side.
side, which is what I do.
People are so weird.
Past few days I've had a really tough time. I try to think back to what Stacy said in the restaurant podcast, where she's like, oh, people just don't listen. They don't mean to ignore you, but they just don't listen.
Right.
And I've had a few instances just lately where it feels so like I can't do this anymore. Like, I'm a human being. I'm speaking to you. I'm looking at you.
It's not, motherfucker.
It's just, you like reach a point sometimes where it's just like, am I not
You gotta
real
slam
to
your
you?
slam your hand down on the table.
Should I do that?
I
Should
think you need to
start doing
reinvent.
that?
You need to have this like server personality.
I don't know. You know what I find myself doing when I like get to a point where like I walk up to a table. I like will walk up to a table, have them completely ignore me, and be like, okay, and then I just leave.
Yeah, I did.
No. But I mean,
yeah.
I like do it, and then I give them one more chance, and then I come up, and if they ignore me again, I go, okay, guys, you're gonna focus on me for a second. We're gonna do the specials. You want something to drink? And I get really loud, and then they listen. I don't know. It seems to work.
It's like a preschool teacher.
Basically, that's what I end up treating them like, because I'm like done. I'm like, you know what? I let you go the last time on this. It's not gonna happen again. You're gonna listen to me now.
It's like we saw your daughter's middle school performance
Yeah.
a couple months ago. And there was all these kids and the theater teachers like trying to ring them all in, and the kids are like, blah, 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 blah. She's like, okay, everybody. She's like, you have to be quiet, like in front of all the parents.
Dude,
like,
it's
at the eventually there's only one thing you can do.
well, that's what I've like learned it.
People's faces. She's like, "Ah."
It's like a skill. Like I've like gotten to a point where I'm like, okay, if I go, I'll give you one chance to ignore me, and after that, you don't get a second. You're gonna pay attention to me if I have to like drop the book down. Like you're gonna notice me, and it's worked so far.
Like, you know how professional like WWE wrestlers like The Rock, John Cena, they have it's a wrestling personality, right? Your swagger. I think the second you walk into the building of the restaurant, you got to put on your wrestling personality.
Yeah.
You're like this superhuman, like, what's slamming your hand down on the table, like, what's going on, everybody? What do you want to drink?
It's so true, though. You do have to put on a persona. Like I'm not the person that I am with my tables. My voice gets like softer.
Yeah, I do the same thing. But the thing is, I'm no matter what my persona's like, you should still recognize me as a human being, and I can't
I'm not
do
gonna
anything.
lie. It's not, but you know what? It's never gonna happen.
You know, we have some of these poppers left from New Year's, and I think you should bring some. Like, how's it going, everybody?
Boom! Oh, you know
Like
those little like
goes everywhere?
no, you know those little like rocks where you pop it and you throw it on the floor and it goes boom. Every time you walk up to the table, boom.
Those little like. That'd be amazing.
And then they couldn't find like the pieces because they like disintegrate pretty much. So you'd be like, what?
That's what when it takes people 5 minutes to order water. I'm like, you couldn't make up your mind on what to drink, but you, what took so long? I guess I'll just have some water for now.
My favorite is when they're like, oh yeah, no, don't go anywhere, we're ready. And then, you guys want to share that? Why don't we share that? Me. I'm like, you're not ready. I'll come back.
Oh my God.
I'll give you a couple minutes. I'll be back.
My favorite is when they ask me 5,000 questions. So what
That's
do
your
you
job,
like?
Stacy.
What do you like on the menu?
Oh, they never order what you tell them.
I like this and this and
Baby,
this.
stop.
Sorry.
Stop.
Well, this is like
Hold
an
on.
effect.
Oh, it affects it.
It's supposed to sound something because I'm
It's going
pointing.
to sound way louder than you think. I apologize to everyone listening. We're training Stacy on microphone etiquette.
And I'll never get it.
I guess Stacy takes a lot of pride in her job, and for me, serving that's not heaven, you know. That's
Right,
not
but you
my
can still
favorite
take
thing
pride
ever.
in it.
It's
This is the thing
never
you're
been
doing.
heaven. It's just.
It's like a thing you're stuck doing
It's
at
a
the moment, so
thing.
you might as well take
It's a
pride in it.
thing.
Doesn't mean it has to be your favorite activity.
All right.
Okay, whatever.
I've
do
just been
pretty
doing
well.
this for a long ass
My favorite
time.
is when you recommend something to someone, they're like, oh, that sounds good, but can I get it
Can I get
without
it?
that and that on it? And then they get like, I don't like this. It's like, well, yeah,
Oh, I warned them.
this is not what I recommended. You took what I recommended and you made it your own shitty thing.
That's why I warn them ahead of time. I give all the information. Oh, you want that? Okay, so it comes with this and this, and you're not going to like this, and you're allergic to this, so it's not going to taste the same way. Just a heads up.
God, you're so good at your job. How do you do it?
I completely forget to-go orders like I did the other day. That's how I am.
Admitted that.
Completely forget to-go orders and then think that I covered my ass because I saw you back there trying to get a to-go order and thinking that you had
Stacy got this to-go order on the phone and then didn't ring it in, and the guy showed
the guy
up.
had asked me to wait to ring it in, and I got really busy. And then I remembered, but right as I had remembered, I see Sam back there getting a to-go order and boxing it up.
I'm so
thinking,
good at my job that she thought I had it all
I
covered.
thought that he had gotten a phone call or somebody had come up to him because we don't get that many to-go orders, like maybe one a night, if that. And I was like, oh, good. But I'm not going to say anything because I don't want anybody to know that I was the person that forgot to ring it in.
I'm so
And
proud.
then like 20
that you're
minutes
admitting
later,
this.
I'm not.
'Cause
I admitted to the
gave
guy.
you grief on Saturday. Oh my God, will you stop banging the table?
No,
Take your hands away.
I got to take my bracelets off before I do this.
Jesus Christ. Because I gave you grief for it on Saturday. And you're like, I've never forgotten an order before. It's the first time. But you're owning up to it. I'm very proud of you.
Well, I think we're also
He's got the
entering this
middle finger.
generation of people who only eat out, and I'm talking about myself here too, because I just don't like to cook. But people like, for example, the breakfast place I work only serves Benedict eggs on the weekend, and you'll get someone during the week like, oh no, I'm gonna have the eggs Benedict, and I'm like, you're just gonna have poached eggs without the hollandaise sauce, without the. They're like, oh, you can just make some hollandaise sauce right now. I'm like, no. Like, people who legitimately don't understand the chemistry of how to cook food and how heat reacts with certain ingredients, like.
Yeah, no, you don't have
Why
the
is
hollandaise sauce powder back there? Just whisk some up.
I think another issue I have is like with this new generation of like employees that think that they're really good at their job when they're not.
That's not a new generational thing.
That's
always
totally a new
been there.
generation. No.
People
I
have
think it's
always,
existed since the beginning of time.
people
Oh
have
my
always
God.
thought they're good at something.
There's some
and they're
caveman
not.
who's like, I'm the best at hunting these mammoths, and all the other guys are like, you suck.
I just see it more like recently than I have
I
ever.
think you're just paying attention to it more,
Maybe.
and you're getting older and wiser at your job, and I think it just gets annoyed. You just see it more. No.
No.
Okay, fine, whatever. Okay, I'm done.
I'm
That's
done.
it.
12:30 at night. I want to go to bed. Yes, you
Modern
can find
Life
us at Modern Life Pod on Twitter and Instagram, and modernlifepod@gmail.com. You can reach out to us if you want to support the podcast. Awesome. Well, thanks for listening, guys. We'll catch you on the next episode.